right now, live at 5, President Trump visits the Badger State, putting Wisconsin back in the spotlight ahead of the November election. This as Minnesota voters prepare to begin casting their ballots tomorrow for the August primary.
Essentia rolls out plans for a Ronald McDonald house. More on that next.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Madison, Wisconsin. President Trump was in the Badger State today, his first visit since the start of COVID-19. The visit comes a day after Governor Tony Evers activated the National Guard to quell civil unrest at the Capitol. Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. In just the last hour, President Donald Trump touted his Buy America initiative at a southern Wisconsin shipyard, now tasked with building U.S. Navy ships. President Trump visited Marionette Marine. The government recently awarded the shipyard a $5.5 billion contract to build a new line of ships for the U.S. Navy. Construction is expected to last more than a decade and create thousands of jobs at a shipyard that had previously struggled financially.
You've kept our sailors safe and our Navy strong. Every single day you prove that American workers are the best in the world, and now you're going to do things like you've never done before.
President Trump did not mention any of the ongoing calls for racial justice across the nation or the recent violence in Wisconsin's capital. He did, however, claim the U.S. had, quote, the greatest COVID-19 testing program in the world. He also claimed the country is making thousands of ventilators per week. The president is targeting parts of Wisconsin where he needs a big voter advantage in the November election. Democrat Joe Biden says President Trump is not offering help for working families and is trying to claim credit for progress achieved under the Obama administration.
We are less than 2 months away from Minnesota's August primary election. Starting tomorrow, you can begin to cast your vote. You can vote early in person at Duluth City Hall. There's no need to make an appointment to vote. The city says the best way to vote is by mail, but if you do want to vote in person, safety measures will be in place.
What we're really focusing on here is, of course, the COVID pandemic, and really wanting to ensure the safety of voters and also ensure the safety of our poll workers who will be out on election day.
The city says they are also looking for voting judges for the August 11th primary. You can sign up on the city's website.
With the stroke of a pen, $6.5 million is on its way to Duluth. The money comes from the Federal CARES Act. Governor Tim Walz used his executive powers today allocating the money. It will be used to recoup costs related to the COVID-19 pandemic. It cannot be used to offset budget shortfalls. Walz used executive powers after lawmakers reached a stalemate during the recently adjourned special session.
The Minnesota Public Utilities Commission today denied requests to reconsider its approval of Enbridge's Line 3 pipeline replacement project. Several Ojibwe bands, environmental groups, and the State Department of Commerce had asked the commission to reconsider its approval granted 2 years ago. They cited dropping oil demands, climate change, and other factors. The commission today denied that request, saying the need to replace the decaying Line 3 outweighs other concerns. Enbridge released a statement saying they'll start construction on the $2.5 billion project once they've received all the permits. Meanwhile, a judge shut down Enbridge's Line 5 pipeline, which starts in Superior and runs under the Straits of Mackinac in Michigan. The state made the shutdown request. There's concern about a support piece deep underwater in the Straits. The judge ruled Enbridge has not clearly shown the pipeline is safe. It carries oil and natural gas from Superior to Ontario.
The conversation surrounding police reform is one step closer to being put into action. The House is on the verge of passing legislation named in George Floyd's honor. Skylar Henry has more details from Washington.
The House is prepared to pass a police reform bill on the 1-month anniversary of George Floyd's death.
It was not until the advent of the cell phone camera that the stories of police abuse were finally exposed to the world. Before then, the deaths were simply disregarded, not believed, not acknowledged.
The bill includes a ban on chokeholds and would make it easier to file civil lawsuits against officers accused of misconduct.
The George Floyd Justice and Policing Act will fundamentally transform the culture of policing to address systemic racism, curb police brutality, and bring accountability to our police departments.
Republicans say Democrats blocked every amendment they proposed.
Never consulted us on the creation of this bill. I've reached out to those on the Democrat side, explaining that I wanted to make law. I wanted to work together, and I still do.
Senate Democrats made the same complaint before blocking a Republican police reform bill Wednesday.
President Trump says he won't support any bill that hurts police. He's also ordering U.S. Marshals to work with local police to stand guard around statues on federal land across the country.
The president says he will sign an executive order to further protect the statues, and he tweeted that they are some of our great works of art that represent our history and heritage.
I think many of the people that are knocking down these statues don't even have any idea what the statue is, what it means, who it is.
The Army has activated but not yet deployed 400 members of the Washington, D.C. National Guard to prevent any further damage to the monuments.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has already said he will not bring up the House's police reform bill for a vote in the Senate, calling it an overreach. In other national news, the U.S. broke its record for most COVID cases in a single day. In states hardest hit by the spike, some restrictions are being put back into place. Texas has paused its plans to further reopen the state. Meanwhile, the CDC has released a new report suggesting a person's risk of becoming severely ill from the virus appears to increase with age. The report also says that pre-existing conditions such as obesity or a weakened immune system can increase a person's risk of dying from the virus. And Dave joins us for a quick look at the weather. Dave, a lot of sunshine and blue skies out there today. My goodness.
Yeah, thanks to that high pressure cell that came in for a one-day-only visit.
Okay.
It's already starting to migrate away, and that low-pressure system from the west we've been talking about is starting to move towards us. But right now, for most zones in our area, the sky is still picture perfect, like we've been saying for the past couple of days. This is a live look at Highway 65 near Jacobson, one of the farthest west cameras we have to look at. And yeah, it's not getting too bad yet. Northwestern Minnesota is starting to see those showers and storms, though, and there is indeed a chance that they're going to come our way after midnight tonight. It's about a 40 to even 60% chance we'll get this action through about noon on Friday. So high pressure right now, low pressure for Friday morning. Then for the weekend, fresh high pressure brings back the sun. Here's a quick look at our day planner for Friday. And we get a 40% chance for rain in the morning, 50% shot around lunchtime, and then it breaks up in the afternoon, warming up towards 80. Will that last? I think it will, frankly. We'll show you the 7-day forecast temperature trends in more detail in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, a piece of history is on its way to Chisholm for the weekend, plus Bayfield is competing for a huge honor. City by City's next.
Plus, tonight at 6, how Minnesota schools are re-evaluating their approach to training and licensing law enforcement officers in the state.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS 3.
I'm Carrie Harris, owner of Diabetic and Comfort Shoes. We have been in business in the Northland helping you with your everyday foot problems stemming from diabetes to plantar fasciitis for the past 17 years. Stop in and see the complete line of men's and women's shoes, from SAS to Allegria to Vionic, for those millions of people battling plantar fasciitis. And we still have a great selection of comfortable shoes for diabetics, Medicare and Minnesota healthcare approved. Remember, no foot problem is too big or too small. We'll find the way to your soul.
I'm Nick Bolton, and these days...
Hey there.
Hey there. It seems everybody has a pair of tactical sunglasses.
Good morning.
Morning. But what if you already wear glasses? Then you need these flip-up tack glasses. These new glasses fit right over your existing eyewear to give you all the benefits of our tack glasses while you comfortably wear your regular glasses. Plus, like all tack glasses, flip-up tack glasses feature Bell & Howell light filtering technology that makes invisible objects suddenly become visible. There's just nothing like them on the market today. Here you go, buddy.
Thanks, Nick.
Act now to get your flip-up tack glasses for just $19.99, and we'll even ship them to you free. But wait, order today and you can get a second pair. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-699-7431 or go to flipupglasses.com. That's 1-800-699-7431 or order online at flipupglasses.com.
We dance for healing. We dance for one another. For connection.
connection, ways like no other. Together, or even apart, we are resilient. The 2020 census is here, and we need to do our part for our people.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look over Lake Superior on this Friday Eve. Dave Anderson will have your full weather forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's head on over to Tony for a look at what's happening around the region.
A piece of history is making a stop in Chisholm, plus Bayfield is in the running for some national recognition. That and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. A piece of American history is coming to the Iron Range this weekend. The city of Chisholm has been chosen as a stop for the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall Replica Tour. The exhibit includes the 3/4 scale replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. You can see the replica wall and visit the Mobile Education Center starting today and running through Sunday. Sticking on the range, Essentia Health now officially owns the Virginia Hospital. They used to lease the property from the city, but according to the Mesabi Daily News, the Virginia City Council approved the sale on Tuesday night. Essentia paid more than $81,000, a price they came up with from the land valuation. Headed over to Wisconsin, last year Bayfield won a huge honor by finishing in the top 10 of the best coastal towns in America competition. This year, they're gunning for that #1 spot. 20 cities across the country have been nominated for the honor, but Bayfield is the only Wisconsin city in the running. Among its competitors, Grand Marais, Minnesota, but Bayfield currently holds that top spot. If you would like to vote, you can do so online. We have that link on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, go ahead and send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, Essentia Health is welcoming the addition of a new Ronald McDonald house at the hospital.
Still a lovely day up Ely Way, but clouds and thunderstorms are potentially coming across after midnight tonight. We'll talk about how long they'll last, how much rain they could bring, and what's to follow for the weekend if you'll follow us through this next break.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS. Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth.
Home World Rugs Progressive Rug Sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to $500 off sale prices on any rug, $199 or more. Every shape, size, pattern, and color rug on sale now. Up to 56% off regular prices. The Progressive Rug Sale at Home World Rugs.
Hi, I'm Stephen Ray. At Miners National Bank, we offer local originating, local processing, local closing, and local servicing. For your next mortgage, apply now. MinersMortgage.com.
Miners National Bank of Evelyn, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Be smart. Be active. Be confident. Vision Pro Optical is here for you, specializing in eye exams, glasses, contacts, and billing your insurance. Serving the Northland for more than 30 years with you as our focus. Visit VisionProOptical.com for hours and location details. Vision Pro Optical. Be and be seen.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Home Sleep Express is celebrating the grand reopening of all showrooms. Get 0 down, no interest financing for 6 years on your favorite Purple and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Plus, get free delivery, setup, and a 120-day comfort guarantee during Home's grand reopening sale at Sleep Express.
Seize your new Can-Am from Duluth Lawn and Sports, the region's largest power sports dealer.
My 95.7 is the Northland's best variety all day. From Ed Sheeran and Maroon 5 to Lady Gaga and Bryan Adams. Always family and office friendly. My 95.7, your life, your music.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by Kerry Toyota.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, now we fired up our network of live cameras to take a live look at what's happening towards Cass Lake. Again, looking towards the north and the west where the storm systems are coming from. And it looks like the clouds are thickening up in that neck of the woods. And for the rest of us, clouds will be on the increase tonight, setting us up for a shower and thunderstorm chance that I think is going to run from about 3 o'clock in the morning to about noon tomorrow. 40 to 60% chance for payoff, and in just a bit I'll show you the chart of how much rain could fall from the sky, and hopefully we get some, because once this system passes, it'll already start to clear up tomorrow afternoon and stay dry for at least a couple of days, and especially through the weekend, which may not be such bad news for some folks. Right now at the airport it's 82 degrees, 26% for the relative humidity, so it's been dry and it's staying dry at least right now. Westerly, southwesterly winds going 13 miles per hour, and that air pressure has persistently been at 1,011 millibars, or 29.85 inches of mercury. Current temperatures, upper 70s, upper peninsula, 77 to 79 there. Lower 80s for much of northwestern Wisconsin, going from 80 in Hayward to 83 degrees in Superior, with Ashland in between. Minnesota temperatures are running from upper 70s to low 80s. We have 81 towards Moose Lake and Two Harbors, and Ely 77 from Hibbing towards Grand Rapids, and low 80s International Falls. This warm spell that came aboard today likely will stay on our ship all the way through next week. And next week, dew points could go up, could get a little bit humid, and away from the lake could start to crack 90 degrees. So it's going to be summer. July's on our doorstep, and it's going to get warm. Go figure. All right, let's figure what's happening here right now with our Doppler map. And that low-pressure system's been coming in from the northwest. An Alberta clipper with a touch of an attitude here, and it's crossing the border from North Dakota into Minnesota. And the best chance for severe weather likely will stay from the Bemidji area to the west, though we still have, like I mentioned, a 40 to 60% chance for showers and thunderstorms. The chance for those storms is going to be 40% in Minnesota and 60% chance for Wisconsin and for Michigan. And again, the best window of opportunity for most towns will be 3 a.m. to about noon tomorrow, though towards International Falls, maybe just before midnight, towns in that neck of the woods could start to taste a little bit of this rain activity as well. And now, I mentioned we've got the 40% chance for payoff in Minnesota to a 50% chance, and 50 to 60% chance in Wisconsin and Michigan. But if those odds pay off, conversely here, it's Minnesotans that might get more rain than people in the rest of the region. So it may only be a trace to a tenth as you get into Wisconsin and Michigan, and with a quarter to half inch possible in Minnesota. We do need the rain, and like I mentioned here, once this rain chance passes, it'll dry up for the weekend. Maybe by Monday, though, we get another shot coming, which we'll show you with this extended forecast here, beginning with Minnesota's forecast tonight, which calls for increasing clouds and low temps running from 50 to 58 by the lake to low 60s inland. Wisconsin and Michigan will get increasing clouds as well, with lows in the low 60s. And so for tomorrow, then, Wisconsin, Michigan, you get that 50 to 60% chance for the morning thunder, 78 to 82 degrees there. Maybe to the west it'll be 60% in Minnesota. Otherwise, I think it's more towards 40% odds for payoff tomorrow morning in Minnesota, with 70s by the lake and mid-70s to low 80s farther inland. If the rain chance pays off, great, we need the rain. But there's the sunny and warm weekend. Saturday, Sunday, 83 degrees with sunshine. Then the next round of precip could come to call. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday looks like 40% shots each day. Low 80s sticking around all the way through next Thursday. And, of course, that's more towards the head of the lakes, Tony.
Okay.
I'm thinking 90 is possible, as usual, out towards Bemidji and down towards Hayward.
Yeah, can't believe we're talking about 90s. My goodness.
We won't be talking about it long.
Yeah.
You know how things roll up here.
We sure do. Thanks, Dave.
Families of young ones who need extended medical care will now have a place to stay for free in Duluth. Today, Essentia Health St. Mary's Medical Center announced plans for the Northland's very first Ronald McDonald house. CBS3's Leanne Valdez shares what this means for the area and for families.
The Ronald McDonald House will sit right here on the 4th floor of Essentia's 5th Avenue building. Officials say they want it to feel like a home away from home.
The project, 2 years in the making, will house 5 families at a time and come equipped with a full kitchen, family room, laundry, and more. Food will be offered 7 days a week with brunch on the weekends. Families are able to stay for as long as they need the house's services. The Essentia Health Foundation will help fund the house, which will be a big relief for families going through a very tough time.
It alleviates the financial pressure as their child is going through the serious medical crisis, and it enables them to spend precious time with their child and helps them focus on healing.
The cost to operate the Ronald Mcdonald House is $325,000 a year.
The Ronald McDonald House is expected to open later this fall, with construction beginning next month.
All right, thanks, Leanne. And coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear more about Essentia Health's efforts on supporting families. Meanwhile, Glensheen is reopening its historic mansion. This move marks phase 2 of the reopening plan. To help with social distancing, they're holding smaller tours and moving in a set direction around the home. Glensheen reopened its grounds to the public 2 weeks ago after being closed for 3 months.
If you're looking for a new feline friend, we just might be able to help you. Today's pet comes to us from Range Regional Area Rescue in Hibbing. This is Alabaster. He's a 5-year-old domestic short hair with white coloring. He's very laid back and prefers to lounge about. He can still be playful, though, and loves to be around people. He can be cuddly, but that might have to be done on his own time. Alabaster gets along fine with dogs as long as they do not invade his personal space, but prefers to be the only cat in the house. He is currently chipped, neutered, and up to date on all of his shots. If you want to adopt Alabaster, you should know that he will be moving to the Duluth PetSmart tomorrow morning.
Still to come, how the city of Duluth is looking to bolster the Lake Walk's defenses against future storms.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes.
Celebrate this 4th of July knowing you look your best with Plexiderm.
Lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video that the viewers can watch while you and I talk. And you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. And I did this to my father. We were at home, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It feels great. Looks even better.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. Plexiderm, seriously, it fixes all that. It makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or just when you want to like get rid of the bags? And
Yeah, it absolutely could be a daily thing. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it. This 4th of July is the best time to get Plexiderm for $14.95. See it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Every second, 127 new devices connect to the internet. You can feel it happening. Our digital world expanding with every breath. We're entering a whole new era of technology. And Mediacom will be ready to power it. All of it. With one of the nation's first supercharged 10G platforms. We'll be lighting up cities, big and small. Wherever you are, whatever your connectivity needs, we'll be bringing you more speed, more capacity, more security, and the power to do more than you ever dreamed possible.
Now eyeliner goes NYC proof. Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil from Maybelline, New York. Smudge resistant, sweat resistant, waterproof. Up to 36-hour wear. Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil and Liquid Liner from Maybelline, New York.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez on CBS3.
If you've been to Canal Park recently, you might have noticed the constant delivery of massive rocks to the lake walk. The rocks are meant to help prevent further storm damage. The rocks are so big, the trucks that carry them can only hold 2 or 3 at a time. Project supervisor Michael LeBeau says the rocks come from a quarry about 15 miles north of Duluth. Ultimately, 76,000 tons of rocks will line this stretch of the lake walk.
These will be anchored into concrete beams that are embedded in the ground and protected by the concrete wall. So it's very different than what was here before. Plus, we're raising the grade, you'll notice. If you go look at the wall down there, we're raising the grade a couple of feet.
Right now, the rocks are in a massive pile, but eventually they'll be spread out along the lake walk. Some will even go on the bottom of the lake where they will help break the waves. The project should be finished by the end of summer. Some landscaping work is planned for next year.
New plans are in the works for the former Telemark Lodge in Cable. The American Birkebeiner Ski Foundation announced today it hopes to demolish the vacant building and redevelop the property. They're applying for a $500,000 state grant to help. The Berkey organization already takes care of the trails around the lodge. Now they want to bring the Telemark property back as a community centerpiece.
Really, I think what will be successful is creating a really broad, strong base of outdoor recreation, which we know works in the Northwoods, and then start to build a lot of amenities on top of that.
Some of those amenities could include a hotel or restaurants. Last week, the Cabletown Board voted unanimously to support the Berkey Foundation's plans. Foundation officials hope to purchase the Telemark property this fall. The Duluth Depot will reopen next week. Starting July 1st, people can visit the St. Louis County Heritage, Arts, and Culture Center Tuesdays through Sundays. Guests are asked to wear masks. Admission will be free, but the Depot will ask for donations.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, record high coronavirus cases across the country. Why the CDC says the real number could be 10 times higher. We take you into the largest medical complex in the country, now operating at crisis level capacity. Plus, 3 police officers fired after their racist conversation was caught on camera. We have an interview with the city's new police chief. And one teenager is really adding up his TikTok followers. How this young math whiz is schooling social media. That's all tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
The nursing program at Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College is really challenging, but it has to be. It's approved by the Board of Nursing. And graduates here have been successfully passing the state board exam. They give you real-world experience with healthcare institutions across the community. I'm really glad I chose Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College.
There's a feeling you get when old meets new, the past meets the future. It's not comfortable, but it feels good. Duluth Pack, since 1882.
On the south shore of the greatest of the Great Lakes, Mother Nature's artistry is on full display in the Apostle Islands National Lakeshore. The best way to see it is on board Apostle Islands Cruises, located in the quaint city of Bayfield, Wisconsin. Visit our website at apostleisland.com. Apostle Islands Cruises, the best way to visit the Apostle Islands.
Coming up tonight, the Minnesota State Colleges are reviewing their police training programs.
Storms are starting to brew up in the western parts of Minnesota. Will they stumble across our region? We'll give you the details.
Tonight at 6 on CBS3.
I chose a career that isn't easy, it's dangerous, and it's hard. Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College has set me up with everything I need to succeed. Through challenging classes, longer defensive tactics training, and instructors who work in the industry, Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College is setting me up for success.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look over very sunny and beautiful looking Bayfield on this Thursday night. Just one more day in the week. You got this. Let's take a quick look at some of today's top stories and a peek at what's coming up tonight at 6. President Donald Trump visited Marionette Marine today. The government recently awarded the shipyard in Wisconsin a $5.5 billion contract to build a new line of ships for the U.S. Navy. Construction is expected to last more than a decade and create thousands of jobs at a shipyard that had previously struggled financially.
Families of young ones who need extended medical care will now have a place to stay for free in Duluth. Today, Essentia Health St. Mary's Medical Center announced plans for the Northland's first Ronald McDonald house. Essentia officials say they want it to feel like a home away from home. In addition to 5 private bedrooms, a full kitchen, family room, laundry, and more. Dinner will be served 7 days a week, and brunch will be included on the weekends. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear more about Essentia Health's efforts on supporting families. And coming up tonight on the CBS3 News at 6, the Minnesota State College System is taking a second look at the way their law enforcement training programs are structured. A group of faculty from across the state started reviewing the training programs earlier this year, but are now hurrying the process along in the wake of George Floyd's death. Tonight, CBS3's Emma Quinn is explaining why. That's your news tonight at 5. The CBS Evening News is up next.
We'll catch you back here at 6.